Good morning, Mac.
What it do?
What's up? What's up? Pa-pum-pum-pum.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right.
All right, I think everyone's in here. So it's the 16th of June. We're gonna go ahead and do a live session for pre-New York and NY Open. First, let's go ahead and see what's going on with GJ. These last 2 days, it's been a lot of consolidation on Monday as well as Tuesday. Except yesterday we had this nice little drop, and then we picked back up to 155 300. We still haven't broke above the 156 area, so that's very crucial. I want to see a nice break above this zone to finally leave this
Geldi schon. Der hat eine.
Jesus Christ. I need to mute everyone. And yeah, above 156 finally. And this fucking allergies. So yeah, 156. I want to see that clean break, and the next zone that I have is 157 800. So nice 180 pips in there. And
Good morning. Good morning.
morning.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Um,
Bro, put yourself.
yeah, let me just mute everyone in here again. Yeah, this is like one of the reasons why it's kind of stressing to do this. I don't like muting people, but it has to be done. It's that eerie silence. That's what I don't like. What do I think about gold pair today? Gold is still ranging. I think we had a nice retest down to 1850. If we stay above that area and we have a nice clean break above 1860, we can definitely write this range up here, up to 1868. So a nice 80 pip range up to 1875, 1877, and so on. As long as we respect this area here, and we have a nice clean break above 1860, should continue up. And if you see it down to the weekly, I think we spoke about this last week. Let me check this out. Yeah, down here, you see this zone here? That was the major support, which has been it's been respected right there. Boom. So as long as we keep price above 1850, we should continue up. This is what I want to see. And just a nice rebound from here. So I'm gonna set up an alert right above 1860. Come on, man! I already fed you. Jeez. So right above here. And for sales, I uh, I think price is still breaking below this zone. I do want to see some rejection. I want to see support being formed, and then price continuing up, right? If we still, we still have a nice pullback down here, we might look for sales depending on volume. It's only still 6:40, so we still got another 10 minutes till 7 pre-NY, and see how price is setting up before 8 a.m. And as of GJ, let me go ahead and type this in here. Yeah, so for GJ, I think that's I'm gonna look ahead and see this if we can continue up here and get a nice clean break up of 155 300. This is a nice range we have left for price to break up of this previous resistance and continuing up. I increase my voice. My mic is fine. My mic is perfectly fine. I'm not gonna increase anything. If you don't like it, leave. Raise your volume. I don't know. Get a speaker. I'm not gonna do this shit again with the mic. And yeah, just wanna get a nice clean breakup of this zone. It's only 10 pips, so rather not risk it, I'm gonna set this as a no trade zone. And buys will be at the break and close above 155 300 320. For sales, I want to first see more rejection around this zone and probably as resistance being made on the 30, maybe on the 15. And of course I want to see lower lows and lower highs being formed and price continuing down. Gold, I think we might have a nice little drop here. It's not what I'm looking for, but if we keep dropping, yes, I'm gonna be looking for sales. Still got 8 minutes left. Give me 1 second. This is GJ. Give me 1 second here. Let me finish it. Yeah, I'm gonna check the news right now. I think there is some news coming up here. Somebody's looking for EJ sales. Let's see. I think EJ had a nice break of structure with the rates. So you can see something on EJ too. Oh wow, it looks pretty good. To write this thing back down. Yeah. As long as price stays below here, you have a nice clean break and retest from here, right? Broke, retested, continuing down. This could be your nice entry. Yeah, for gold sales, I'm not too fond of it. Maybe on the next support break right below here. Be the no trade zone. No, I didn't die. I had a lot of allergies and a week. What's it called? Whooping cough. And sells at the break of 1853. Yeah, I might see a nice retest down here again. Yeah, 66, 55, 65. This would be 161 to be exact. Yeah, so there you go. See what's going on here on the 4-hour on GJ. The 1 a.m. candle closed doji. This one had a nice push up. Still has a very horrible structure. This is like we see better, little better. Maybe with something like this. I don't use trend lines, it's just a visual aid. Support down here. And your resistance up here. So you will need a nice clean breakup of yeah, 155 400, which is a little far for the wick fill up here, but it does make sense. And then price continuing up at the break of 155 400, like that. So we do definitely we need to hold that support down here. Underneath that support is not that much range, so sales would not be making much sense. I would look for sales below this support here if they happen for this possible wick fill. But it makes sense, right? Like if we continue up above 155 400, we break above, we continue up to finally fill this wick here on the 4-hour wick, this bearish one, and then continuing up, creating new highs, retesting these previous highs down from the beginning of June, and price making new higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, I think it will be good to see, as long as we stay breaking highs and creating new higher highs and higher lows. Yeah. So because here you have your first, let's say down here, right? You have your first low. Up here you have a high. Oh, and down below here you have a low, which becomes a higher low. And up here you have a higher high. And up here this becomes automatically a higher high, higher low. And this is a higher low again. And what do we need next? A new higher high. Somewhere around here. So we're withdrawing, but you get the gist. But anyway, I think yeah, buys will be a lot better at the break of 155.300. Above 155.300, you have 154.400 for the possible wick fill, and then continuation up with this other wick fill. Are you going to do FOMC? Yeah, I'm gonna do FOMC. FOMC is fun. I'm not gonna trade it because I'm scared of it, but I'm gonna do it. Oops. Sheesh. Whoops. Okay. Tuesday, tomorrow, and Friday. Not much going on. But FOMC is at 2:30. I do want to see it. I don't know if I will stream it, but I do want to see it. Biden was gonna talk something about taxes. But yeah, man, yesterday was pretty boring. We only had this, well, we did have this nice drop on GJ on gold. We ranged a lot. Monday we did have this drop on gold. Price still respecting these lows at 1850, 1857 up here, and we still haven't broke above 1867 for new highs. Alright, so gold 30-minute closed with no wick to the downside, barely any wick. So I do want to see some rejection here, and price bouncing off this area for continuation up. Sales would have made sense right at the break of this low, but it's already too early. I mean, too late. Maybe for sales, if we start breaking below this wick down here, I'll be looking for sales. I'm not too biased on sales, but I'm definitely gonna have it as an option. I'm gonna set up an alert down here. I mean, we did tap that zone, but now I'm expecting more rejection down here. Still not very comfortable with taking a buy. I do want to see a close on a 15, maybe on a 30. Maybe oops, new highs and something like that. Rather than seeing something like this, I want to see highs and higher highs and higher lows being created on the smaller time frames, on the lower time frames. So, I mean, this is a big no trade zone. If you measure from here to down here, 70 pips. So I might be looking for something if we start making some support down below here and price continuing up. That would be ideal. So it's not really like a no trade zone. This will be the no trade zone. If out the blue we just pump up here and then we get stuck in here. But I think it makes sense if we keep rejecting this zone down here, price make some sort of support. I don't want to see range. I want to see support and then higher highs and higher lows created, continuing up. For sales, definitely I want to see a nice clean break below 1853, 66 to at least right the range around down to 1850, 1848. Yeah, gold is breaking hearts. Gold is on some shit. Really rangy structure. I think with FOMC we should have some volume and a nice clean break on gold from higher time frames. Oh shit, you can see the reflection in here. Nice. Yeah, if you see on the 4 hour on gold, you can see that this is a horrible range. We definitely want to see a nice clean break above 1861, 1853 for sales, and GJ. Yeah, GJ is on some shit. Pre-London, what happened pre-London? 1 a.m. Bum, bum, bum. And then boom, London came. Bum, 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 bum. Dropped. Yesterday I had a sell from this break down here in the engulfment, like 20 something pips, almost 30. Close at 600. So right here. Yeah, pretty horrible structure. Let's just stay on the lower time frames for now. From 7 a.m. to 8, we might have a nice push. Definitely wanna see what's going on. Do I wait for support on most of my trades? Yeah. Back then I used to take sniper entries like an idiot. And the thing about that is that if you get stopped out, you gotta close. If not, then uh, then it goes into drawdown, and you never know because you're trying to catch a falling knife. Scare win in the stream, I don't know. Karen's gonna make his own stream soon. Yeah, it's a lot of zones, but it helps. I think it's good to have more zones than no zones, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you can just take the zones off if you want. Summer market conditions. Summer just started. It's only June. It's the second week of June. Summer conditions. I don't think about summer conditions. Um, I don't think about summer conditions because I'm here to take 10, 15 pips, 20 pips tops. I'm not here to long something for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. So I don't think about summer conditions. Somebody said, it's summer, so institutions are out there having fun. That's why price is ranging. No, that's not why. It's just a simple market cycle. Oh, fuck. Yeah, give me 1 second. Waiting for retest of the support resistance. Okay, yeah, it's just kind of like the same thing that I'm looking at. Buys at the break of 1861. Okay, and right below 1852 for sales. I'm actually looking at sales down here, the break of here, rather than here. But I mean, it makes more sense. It's a lot safer. Then you can, expect a wick fill down here. For buys, I'm guessing you need a breakup of above here, right? Yeah. Sales at the break and close below 155, 150. No trades on, and buys at the break of 155, 300. Makes sense. For buys here on gold, definitely want to see a break on the 15, like how we're doing right now. But I just don't want to see range in here. And these people started breaking the street again. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, who sent me that? This dude. Yeah, it does make sense for sales. The break of 1852, and you want a nice clean break below and close, above below 1852. Yeah, pretty character building day. Trying to see what's going on with FOMC for today. We're gonna expect jeez. Whoa. Jesus, bright. June 19th. What's up with this, bro? Oh, the Geneva Summit. Full rundown on what to expect from the Federal Reserve on Wednesday. Tapering monthly purchases. He's gotta listen to the Fed, what he's gotta say. Mr. Powell. So tapering down, weakening the dollar. Price can go up on gold, and talking about it. What? Inflation talks. Okay, that's good for gold. Overnight rate. Let me just bring it up here so you guys can see whether there is interested in FOMC. So taper talk, meaning that tapering the monthly purchases from 120 billion monthly down to something more reasonable. I don't know what this is. Start talking about it. Tapering during his post-meeting brief. We're not expecting any major policy changes from the Fed. Most of it will be characterizations around the tapering. Okay, hot inflation. The CPI for May was up 5%. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Economists are focused on 2023 forecast. Jeez. This higher inflation in the future could prompt the Fed to change its interest rate forecast as well. Oh, okay. PC inflation at 2% in 2022 and 2023 at 2.1. And also overnight rate. Plans will actually make any technical adjustment to some short-term rates. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm gonna be looking at gold. Then the one day that I actually decide to stream, it's it's this whole week. It's been pretty rangy, pretty bad to be honest. I think there were news yesterday on from for the dollar. Oh yeah, PPI and retail sales. That didn't do shit. Dud. For today, CPI on CAD. I mean, Canadians usually follow like the same numbers from the U.S. So if we had pretty high CPI last week, that's why we had that nice bump on gold right here. Probably gonna see the same thing with uh, with Canada, right? So whoever trades UCAD or any Canadian pair, um, expect a dump. But yeah, I definitely want to see a FOMC, the press conference. So yeah, let's wait, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Definitely want to see a nice support here on gold on the 15, maybe the 30. Some more rejection to down this area here, and price continuing up. Want to see a nice break above that previous wick here. But I think it's actually, yeah, it's just ranging, to be honest. Yeah, I want to see price respecting this zone here. But if we get a nice break below this area, then yeah, I'll look for sales. Gotta get fluid. What's the probability that price will go bearish on gold? 1 to 8. Man, I don't know, bro. What kind of question is that, bro? Just set up an alert, and if you get a break below this area, then look for sales. If not, then look for buys. That's it. Simple. Can't put a probability on it. I mean, it's more probable that we're gonna continue up rather than continuing down, based on technical analysis, right? Like price respecting that support, creating higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, we definitely want to see a break above 155,300 and right above that wick here for price to continue up and get a nice clean fill up to 155,400, 500, and possibly creating a new high at 155,600. Yeah, that kind of question only invites one kind of answer. It's true. I mean, to be fair, I think price might range around here. Until FOMC. What are you guys talking about here? Trade London session? London session? Who's on the trade London session? Hey, you guys talk a lot of shit in here, bro. Yeah, you guys gotta chill with that. All that talk and no proof. They guys sound like gossip girls from high school. Oops. Oh man. I do need a second screen in here. I have a Mac, I have a computer, I have my phone, and I need a third screen. By limit at 1852? Yeah. Yes. That makes sense. As a new one? Okay. On GU, okay. So definitely you want to break above that 1.41 area zone. This zone here. You have a first target here. So have to be safe. You know, you need a nice clean break above that wick here in case it rejects. First TP, uh, it does make sense. That will be your first area for a runner maybe. But I think you should concentrate best on having at least a wick fill up here for your first take profit. So is that it's like 20 pips, no? I think it makes sense. Be a lot better. Let me see the GJ setup. That's it, that's the setup. No, there's no price delay. No, it's the same thing. Oh, we're getting a break on gold down here. So yeah, might be looking for sales now. Oh, there you go. So I'm in a sell. It's usually 10, 20 pips. $18.55 will be the stop loss, and you definitely want price to continue down. Have a nice clean break below that zone. You guys can see the numbers in here? Oh, because it's blocked maybe? Zoom in. Oh yeah, you can see it. So yeah, it should play out. You have first take profit, maybe down here. So about 17 pips. And your runners down to this zone down here, which is about 50, 48 pips. Stops at 20 pips, 18.55.48. Yeah, there's no delay if you have the paid or the free version on 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 how do you call it on TradingView. It comes from the from the feed. So if you look up a pair, see GBP, JPY, there's different feeds. You have FXEM, which is a broker, and you have Oanda, which is another broker, Forex.com, another broker, ITC, Capital.com, and so on. And gold close below 152.36. Huh? Just looking at this 5 minute how it closed, I do like it. We might have a nice probably retest up here, and then a continuation down. I don't want to see another break above this previous 5 minute high, then a close above that zone here. I think that was already the deep pullback up here. Put price to grab some liquidity and continuing down. I think it's not the volume time to go down, then don't get in. Look for the volume time to go down. Uh, but yeah, for GJ, very annoying place to be in. I think it should be good on gold. With a 20, 25, 30, even 30 pip stop loss, a decent size stop loss should help. See what's going on here in the 1 minute, because this has been, whoa, look at that. You definitely want a nice 1 minute just dumping. Boop. Filling this 1 minute wick down here and continuing down. It's also getting close to 8 a.m. so I gotta be aware of that. I'm doing good. Oh, too many questions. Chill. I'm good. I'm good. Good. I need an allergy shot. But yeah, I'm good. I think if we stay below that zone, we should continue down. Be a nice little trade. Monty says, "Cheer up, Mac." I'm cheered. I'm in a cell. Yes, I'm in a cell. Kerwin says, "Just passing by to say how I'm doing. I'm doing good." Get your ass in here. And yeah, I'm gonna stream today, tomorrow, and the day after. Um, but yeah, let's see how this plays out. But yeah, Monday was shitty. Yesterday only had that nice little GJ pull down, pull back down here. But this range is pretty annoying. I definitely want to see a nice clean break above 155 300 or even 156 to just get out of here. Say bye bye range. Hasta la vista. I just don't like how we're getting close to NY open. That's the only thing that I don't like. We might have a pullback, can take us out. But I think that's a decent size stop loss, because if we keep breaking above that previous 5-minute high and we start going above that small support down here, then I think that's like a big signal to say go ahead and cut at least 50% of your position or close your entire thing. But yeah, I should continue down. So. Oh wow, and that's probably the retest on the 5-minute. Yeah, 1 minute for the 15 to close. See how it closes. Not the best close that I've seen, but I think it should definitely work. If they increase the rates, gold will continue dumping. Maybe it's the previous weekly lows. Yeah, the rates increase. Okay, so that's already my close time. Wow, what a fucking shitty ass move on gold. I mean, we're still respecting that, but yeah, I'm not liking it. I'm closing half. But yeah, let's see. Might play out. Okay, so we're breaking down on GJ. I'm liking how this 15 is it. Well, 30-minute has no top wick or 15, which is good. I like those setups. 15 with no bottom top wick, or 30-minute with no top wick, for price to continue down. I definitely want to see a break and a close below that zone. So 155, 160, 158, and then I'll take a sell. Because if we still respect that zone and then we go back above that range, then we might just range around here for the entire session. Yeah, man, for gold, you definitely need at least like a 30, 25 pips, 20 pips stop loss, and be on it, manage it. Yeah, so that's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see that huge pullback on a 15 closing bullish again. But that might be it for the I mean the New York Open liquidity graph for price to keep dumping. So let's see. Actually, before the 10 minutes before NY Open, actually there's that pullback for liquidity, and price continues the other way around once 8 a.m. hits. So I'm gonna stay in it for now. Wow, GJ did reject that. So yeah, that's why it's good to wait on GJ and have a nice close. Well, break and close. Let me mute the animals in here. I'm fucking with you. Yeah, if you guys want to talk, say something, mute yourselves, say hello. So now we have that 15-minute range here on GJ. I think it would be a good idea to take a buy above here and still take a kind of like a riskier trade. But if we continue to break above and counting with the NY Open volume, price to continue up. Yeah, gold is in a very tough spot on the 4 hour range right here. But I think with NY open and volume continuing down, we can have a nice push. Push, push. Push, push. See if it's even worth it to take a buy above here. Yeah, be like an anticipated buy for volume to keep popping. Okay, 1 hour close. Yeah, I'm liking this close on GJ, to be honest. Yeah, a lot better than gold. Still got 7 minutes left. Alright, I'm closing. Thing just took off. Negative 16 pips. Horrible. Should have definitely waited for a close. That's the thing, taking an impulse trade, looking how if you have a sell stop or whatever, you expect volume to keep pushing down. Then, then yeah, that's the thing about an impulse trade. So you're not waiting for a close on a medium size time frame like a 15 or a 30. You're looking at closes between a 1 minute or a 5 minute, and that can be a little risky. But I think if we respect this zone here, well, let me go back here to the 5 minute right here, like we're doing, and price starts creating a new lower low down here, then it's good to write this down here, right here. I'm gonna do arrows better. I went up here, down here, up here, and so on. Something like that, right? So I would need a nice clean break below here. Yeah, I didn't get stopped out yet, so I'm good. I thought the spread would take me out. It's not a big lot anyways, so. And nothing, still in that range. Shit. This is a caca range. Oh, is that floating head in the right in the dark? It's scary, right? That's Michael. Your spread on GJ is 3.3. It's let's see, it's 2 point something here. Oh wow. Mm, Back at it again. 2.2. Dominion markets is 1.2, 1.6. So between 1.2 and 1.6 for Dominion markets. That's pretty good, really tight on gold. Which means there's not that much volume.
DJ is printing barcodes. Jeez.
GJ? Yeah.
Yeah. And Giju too.
Oh, EJ? Nah.
Giju.
No, GU?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you need a breakup of that zone here. And GJ above this area here.
It's really rangy today.
Yeah, it's been rangy this whole last 2 weeks, month of June. Haven't broke structure on the higher time frames on the 4 hour above 156. I definitely want to see a breakup of that area. And gold is just messing with people right now. So yeah, that was it. Boom, stopped out. Wow, look at that. Jeez. Just bouncing back and forth. So 8 a.m. volume coming in. Oh wow, I didn't get stopped out. Still running. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. What the fuck is this? Okay.
To start discussing if we want to consider any fixed noble root levels, the way you're doing for the late forwarders for spoofing. And how are you expecting these surveillance to actually work for front end? Now, from what I'm told by you, the surveillance is meant to run what's happening, but the level of complexity that comes in global root orders.
Good, Mike.
He said he'll be right back.
It's gonna fly.
Yeah, I'm looking at the target 1855. If it breaks that zone, you have clean candles on the left side on 30 minutes.
If anyone wants to trade that 1856 area above the 15 minutes, if we get a bullish candle versus an impulse, right? Because now we're in a bearish trend. So taking impulse on this pretty setup right here is a little risky because we didn't form, if it breaks that 1856, we didn't form a structure to the upside, right? So you rather see it close above that level, like on a 15-minute candle, the next 15-minute candle pulls back, right? Close bearish above that level. And then the next candle, if it breaks above it, you could take buys. But if you want to take an impulse above the 1850, I think you were saying 55, it's a little risky right now. Even to ride this 30 minutes on up, it's a little risky because there's no structure formed on the lower time frame saying that we're bullish. Even if you look in the 5 minutes, there's not even a higher low formed. So just be careful, but you want to close above 1856, 1315, that area. A 15-minute candle, the next 15-minute candle respects it, either close bullish or bearish, and then the next one pulls back and break it, and then you could just ride it up, go all the way up to possible 1860. But right now, I'm just seeing there's no volume right now inside the market due to the fact FOMC. I don't think we're going to get any move today until around 2. Just looking at all the time frames, and this previous candle right here was only like 30 pips on gold. So the volume is slowly drying up.
You usually put your stop losses below wicks, or do you use a 20, 25 pip stop on gold?
It varies. It varies. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like, for example, the entry that Mack got stopped out of, I only wrote it for 10 pips because we had support coming on down. So I took the wick that broke on that bullish candle, 1854. I took the 1854 and I just wrote it for 10 pips because I know we are coming into support and that the volume was slowing down. So I just looked for 10 pips. But in this case right here, my stop was above 1855.32. You know, yeah. If I wanted to hold it, like to manage it, I would have. If it would have came back up to this, if I wanted to like run it all the way down and it gave me 10 pips and I was still in the trade, I would have likely set it to break even or close 90% when it comes back. Because if it went 10 pips and it came all the way back, likely it's going to go in the other direction. Right. And then I would manage it when it comes and break that bullish, the bearish candle, 1854. I would have probably scaled out 50%, and then I'll close the rest at 1855.30. You know,
the last couple of days I've been struggling with my stop loss because I'll say enter off the 5 minute, try to get like a real sniper entry and have too small of a stop loss, and it eventually goes in my direction by stopping me out after about 3-4 pips.
Just like the only time I don't look at the 5 minutes, I think I told you guys already, I don't look at the 5 minute mentally. I can't trade the 5 minutes. It never works in my favor when I trade the 5 minute. But if I trade 15 and up, it works better for me. But you know what I mean?
More safety.
It's
more safety to trade over those time frames, the 15 and the 30.
Yeah, the only time you want to trade off a 5 minute when you know there's a lot of volatility in the market. If there's not a volatility in the market, then you know what I mean, it's not going to work in your favor.
Right.
And also, like, if you're looking outside, right? One thing I struggled for years is when I looked outside, like, for example, if I looked at the price action for Asian session, it'll play in my mind. Like, don't look outside your time frame. Trade into the London session where volatility is. Because if you see a setup that normally works for you in Asian session, in London or New York, it's not going to work in Asian session because the market has low volatility. If you notice, it works, but it only gives you like maybe 3-5 pips because the volatility is not there to push it. So it's nothing that you're doing wrong, but you know what I mean? Consider the session and consider the time frame.
Gotcha.
Okay, what's going on with gold? Still respecting
ranging.
that area. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. And
Yeah, I think that
GJ,
we should just wait a little bit for the breakdown of the previous support, which is around 1852. Wait for the retest and then to see if it wants to come down.
Yeah, gold is in like a really delicate situation right now.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold is in a shitty spot right now.
Yes, a real tight spot.
Yeah, if you see the 4 hour, I didn't pay much attention to that because I was expecting NY Open to give us volume for price to continue breaking below, as we had this doji candle closing bearish and then this one continuing down for the next 4 hour at 9 a.m. Oh, price, grabbing some more liquidity and then continuing down. But the way this 4 hour is closing, I'm not liking it. I mean, we still got another hour left. I definitely want to see a break below 1852, like Alejandro said, for price to continue down. I'm not sure about a retest, but another candle closing bearish below this zone here, that will be good. But yeah, man, very, very, very tough price gold is in right now.
Yeah, in the 4 hour, you definitely see the consolidation on the 4 hour. You know.
Yeah.
Even GJ, it's consolidating on the
GJ is
long.
On a barcode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got stopped down on gold. I mean, I was looking at that before. I was looking at expecting for support to form and then price to continue up. But I just don't wanna.
Bye.
I just don't wanna counter trend, right?
Look at Giju. It's breaking right now.
But yeah, I got gold buys. It would definitely be a lot better if we get a nice clean break above this zone here, 1861. It's a little far now, but buys can definitely play out right now.
Look, if it closes, I was telling them, Mac, if it closes above that area right now where that wick reject from, the next candle comes down and it closes above that area, 1856.13, and then we have a bullish candle that grab liquidity and come breaks the top. I think we definitely could go like push back up towards like 1861 area.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Especially this 15 closing with that bullish momentum.
Yeah.
We got less than 20 minutes for the news, man. I've been burned so many times before. I'm just gonna wait.
For what, the CAD news, the CPI?
Nah, 8:30. There's a bunch of news coming out for the USD, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
8:30.
that's nothing really important.
Oh, the building
Building permits.
permits, the housing starts. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
gonna do much.
Yeah, that's not gonna do much. That's nothing important really. Although it's red folders, but the stuff that move goes like uh, CPI, FOMC, what else?
PPI.
It's gonna hit
Jobless and stuff.
5760.
The jobless claims and stuff like that.
Non-farm payroll.
Yeah, the non-farm. Yeah.
FOMC.
Live.
The thing about the gold market today too is that reacting off of PPI yesterday, you could see like the wicks on the candles it's so choppy. So even if we do break above the higher level at 1861, like we're gonna be heading straight into traffic.
Yeah,
The
yesterday
reaction-
PPI.
Reject from here.
Yeah, yesterday PPIs was a dud. It really didn't make that much. But 1861 would be a nice buying area. Here would have been a little risky. But I
Yeah.
think I talked about it. I wanted to see support, which this is a support. I wanted to see rejection. This is a rejection, and then the buys. But based on 7:30, 7:40, I seen how that 15-minute was pushing down. I took an entry based on a sell stop, but yeah, my initial bias was buys, so buys would have been perfect right here, right there. But now I just don't want to get into another trade and then get stopped out. Get locked in a range. But yeah, I think price should continue up now. But yeah, that was the initial bias that I had. Didn't stick to it. I was looking at an impulse trade for quick 10 to 15 pips. This would have been it right here. Yeah, it is what it is.
Structure also right now on the 1 hour, it's feeling a low, so it's a lower. It didn't break the lower low on the other candles, so most likely, yeah, you're right. It's gonna push up those.
Yeah, for sales, yeah, it didn't break that. Just it didn't close below that support here. The 15-minute close, pretty good. Yep. Should have stuck to that. Wait for support for buys, but yeah, it is what it is. Happened. Yeah, GJ is trash. GU, it's moving a little better, not much, and wow. Yeah, it's just stuck in this range. Wow, this would have been a nice little buy right here. Fuck. The thing about gold is you want that support to hold, and then the next 5 minute 15 not breaking the previous low. I went against my bias and I got burned. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna trade later on. It's
Yeah, the conditions right now are pretty shitty. This would have been pretty much like a sniper entry, if you want to call it that. So right here you had one 50-minute candle just creating support. If you had gotten in right here with a stop right below here.
you mentioned the buy actually, but right now I think the volume and also the news that might come out might, it's going to make entries kind of more sniperish. It's going to be kind of tough for me. So
I don't think the news is gonna make any difference, but
well, closer towards to FOMC.
yeah, FOMC is today, so that's another um, another event that's gonna definitely move gold. Yeah, so a couple people grabbed that buy, so that's good.
It's kind of hard to jump in that buy. Like which time frame would you have seen it clearly? Because I'm looking at the one
What
and
is
the
the
five,
at
and
the 15 on the 15 right here? I mentioned it before. I said I wanted to see some support, rejection to this area here, which we got here. We didn't hold that support, so this would have been the second support. But this one, expecting the NY reversal, the North American Open reversal, to respect that zone here and come price, bouncing out of this area. That would have been the why you would have gotten in, right? You would have gotten in at the break of this 15-minute high. Your stops would have been right below that this wick here, 22, 23 pips, and yeah, you would have held up to here, 31 pips.
Let's take a look at this candle.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Above the 1857.
Yeah, what was that?
Sorry, I was saying, let's see if this candle supports that price level at 1857. Right.
Yeah.
If it closes above, then it might be a good entry for a buy.
Yeah, we still got another 10 minutes for that 30 minutes to close. So I want to see how it closes, and then probably looking for more buys between 9 a.m. to 9:30 above 1861. I definitely want to see a higher high and a higher low created. Probably price ranging around this zone here and breaking above. Oh man, I'm so sore. It's like all my muscles are on in a nod. Not it.
Last time, good to go.
Alright, so we're breaking below that support here on the 15, so I'm kind of liking this. Definitely want to see at least 115 closing below, because we have that previous support here also.
Yo, Mac, did you ever check out that music artist Shami?
No, bro. I haven't even had time to set up a playlist on YouTube. So I'll probably do that today. 'Cause
Nice.
someone popped out their phone last week and I got copyrighted for like a stream. So I had to edit the whole thing. And yeah, definitely if you want to play music in here, it has to be something that doesn't have any copyrights, that it's edited, like remixes and shit like that. But yeah, I'm looking at this 15 minute, how it's closing. I'm kind of digging it. So this would have been kind of like the perfect setup here. 10 pip stop. You first target down here. Motherfucker loud. Yeah, DJ is pretty much garbage right now. When I stop looking at it. So dumb. Yeah, the news for the dollar, I don't think there's gonna be that much movement. Definitely wanna see CPI for the Canadian dollar. It's gonna be fun. Still got what? And
Crystal.
it, CPI numbers for CAD and nothing. Gold still in this range, and GJ it's breaking below that 155 zone. 155 12. I just don't like that this whole area here. It's very polluted, full of traffic. So let's see, we might have a retest up here and then price continuing down. But yeah, for GJ, I'm not too interested right now. I'm looking for sales. $27, I think. Oh wow, what a shitty day, man.
That
What a
GJ range
shitty
is
day.
too small, man.
This, yeah, I was thinking about that. I guess is it even worth to take a sell down here?
Like 6-7 pips.
Yeah.
Low day, man.
Shitty day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Caca range.
Look at gold.
And go back down. So yeah.
Reject.
Hey, quick question. The tapering is, I know that's involved with the government buying more, bonds and stuff, but would that also have impact on them providing financial assistance and things like that? Or would that
I think
only be,
so. I think so because that's in the monetary policy how much you're allowed to spend every month. I think it's at 120 billion a month. So they're trying to taper it down to maybe like 100. I really don't know. He's gonna talk about that at 2 p.m. So whatever Powell says, from 120 billion monthly down to something more reasonable, since we're out of the pandemic per se. Yeah, depending on that, but I'm more interested in the inflation talk and maybe about the rates, not the long-term rates, but the short-term rates. If there's gonna be a rate cut or something like that.
There was a Reuters economist poll that said 60% believe that they may start introducing tapering.
Yeah, I think the tapering idea is good. From what Reuters?
Yeah, it was an article that I read on investing.com that mentioned that.
Man, for the last 2.5 decades, man, the financial market's been pretty interesting, man. No time like this ever in history.
No.
And if you want to go back to like the end of the 90s, you had the dot-com bubble, then you had the housing crash. It's just crazy, man. And now you have Corona.
Could you elaborate on that right there where it says on his screen, will the dot plot show an expected rate? Like, can you just elaborate on dot plot a little bit?
On the dot plot? Basically
I've seen that
something
a few times. I just don't really understand it.
something like this is kind of like a scale. See the dot plot. Well, this is dot plot for inflation. Right here, this is dot plot. So this is from the rates raised in March of 2021. 3.0, 2.5, and 2.0. So this is within the scale. So right now the rates are at 2.5. If we get any more dots above 3.0, increase in rates, then there will be a shift, right? Rates will go higher. This is what it's expected to be. What the increase is expected to be in 2023. It should be above 1.0. So whatever the current rate is. In 2023, it could go higher to 1.0 depending on how many dots you see. So, let's see right here, 2023, 3 dots, 1.00. So right now, I think it's at 2.5.
Wouldn't it be on the left where it says 2021?
2021
like 2020.
will be
that's current,
year.
right?
Yeah, this is the current year, which is at 2.5. 2022 next year. You can see as an increase in the dots, so 0.5 will be the increase in rates, 0.5%. So from 2.5 we could jump to 3.0 and so on. So they're gonna look at the long-term effect on the inflation based on the dots. So what the increase is gonna be for 2022 and 2023, 2 years ahead. So it's kind of like a long-term rate
Rate outlook.
right? Outlook. I was gonna say probability, no, but yeah, outlook, how it's gonna look like in 2 years from now. But I think I'm gonna close the stream, guys. I think this is pretty done for today. What do you guys think? Should I stream again tomorrow or no?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah, right? Nah, not.
Better day tomorrow, Matt. Better day tomorrow.
Oh, you mean, man? Yeah, for there.
For real.
The volatility sucks today.
What's happening tomorrow? I mean, this whole week has been trash, to be honest.
has,
The only thing that I caught yesterday was this break, this engulfing right here, and got caught sales below 155. Stop was at 155.04, and I wrote it to down here. Boom, that's where I closed.
I can't wait for DJ to break out of this range.
I definitely want to see a nice break above 156 for this shit to just get out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. There's so much room for GJ to keep going up, and these ranges are just trash. Trash. But yeah.
When it breaks,
Yeah, what's up?
when it breaks out, it's probably gonna fly.
Yeah, when it breaks out, I'm expecting something like this, something like this. You know, nice spring.
Big push.
Right, breakout. So let me take this off so you guys can see a little better. I kind of went over this before on GJ. This is the 4-hour. So let's make this a little bigger. That's what I'm currently seeing right now. So just put in a trend line here for visual purposes, and another one here. Right, you have support down here, holding, and resistance up here. So you have, you know, your first target if you're looking for buys, as long as support holds, which will be at 155.750 or 800 quarter point, and above that you have 156 flat, which is here, right? So first we need support to hold above 155 155 even. Once it holds, we need a break above 155.8400 for price to continue up. Maybe a retest down here again, and then a continuation up again and down. It's just kind of like simple structure here. It doesn't mean that it's gonna happen like that, but this is what I'm looking at. Price can continue down here again, retest that previous low, or head down here again as we're testing new highs. Ugh. But yeah, if you look to the left, you have that area here, and ultimate, you know, I definitely want to see a nice break above 156 flat. Da-da. One more trade coming in, boys. Nah, I'm done for the day. No more trades in here. Took one L and calling it a day. Whoop. Alright, guys, I'm gonna head out. Be safe, everyone. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Full margin buys. Yeah, buy stubs above 156. Full margin. Take all your profits. Take your equity loans on your house and buy GJ above 156. Be safe, everyone.
Be safe, man.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Mack.